I would love to invite Michael Carrington up to share a few words, looking back at the election.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I want to echo everything Jeremy said about elections and the importance of staying involved. Elections happen. They're one day. They're important days. I'm sorry. Where do I do it? Okay, so elections happen. They are one day, and then everything else kind of follows it. Obviously, Justice Southbury, this is week number 285. There will be a week 286, 87, and so forth. Just like there will be future elections. So, what happened here in Southbury and everywhere else is an inflection point. But I do want to talk a little bit about Southbury because that's the one I was most involved in. I think there's some universal good news no matter who you voted for, who won. I think we can take a lot of pride. More people voted in our Southbury municipal election this year than ever before. So I think that's a good thing regardless of the results. People were involved. People were engaged. We have a number of new people on boards and commissions from both parties. I think that's a good thing. I love when you see new faces. Obviously some returning veterans, but some new faces. I don't know that everyone agrees with this. I think it's amazing we now have more women in town government than ever before in Southbury's history, including a majority of our Board of Select men is now a Board of Select women. And that's, and that they're both parties had female candidates. So I think that's a great thing. I'm a little biased. I have two daughters. I want them to see themselves in places of power. I think that's just a good thing. But look, as far as moving forward, Justice Southbury's mission statement, it is not partisan. It is not a Democratic platform. It is not a Republican platform. And the parties themselves, if you know the history, the Democratic Party has not always been very good on justice issues. Certainly, Democratic Party used to be the party of segregation and slavery and some stuff we don't want to talk about nowadays. Well, somewhat long ago. But my point is there's good Democrats, there's good Republicans. We can work together. But we do need everyone to keep holding us all accountable. All right, because everybody went to the polls, they voted a certain way, and I'll just speak for myself. I want a seat on the Board of Finance. I'm very proud of that. But, my job now is to represent all of Southbury, whether you voted for me, whether you didn't, whether you like me, whether you don't. Please stay involved, and please go to these meetings, write emails to your elected officials wherever they are. Don't just post on Facebook. That's easy, but it's not always effective. Just be involved, because I think the more involved we can be at every level, the better your government's going to be. And on Jeremy's point earlier, he talked about the candidate process. And I have to say, as the chair of the Democratic Town Committee, one of my jobs is to try to recruit candidates. I'm real excited about the slate we had this year. I think there was a lot of energy, but it's not always easy to find people to run for office. It is a really difficult thing for people to step up and do that. So, hopefully, maybe one day more people will run for office. We're going to have more elections locally 2 years from now and 4 years from now. We had some charter revision questions, so that's a little interesting. Happy to talk more about that with anyone that wants to. But I just wanted to come here and say, number one, more people voted ever in Southbury. I think that's great. We got more women in power. I think that's great. We have our first woman of color on the Board of Selectmen. I think that's amazing. Up and down, I want to say thanks to my Republican friends and my Democratic friends. I think we have a great town government that's ready to roll up their sleeves, get ready to work for everyone. And if we're not doing what Justice Southbury wants, I hope everyone holds us accountable. We certainly will do our best, but we will need to hear from you. Stay involved. And what Jeremy said, stay active. All right, thanks very much.